Welcome to yet another installment of IT Fundi. It's always nice having you around. I hope the channel is bringing value to you. On this channel, we discuss matters to do with tech news, tech reviews, self-help guides, you name it. And today we are going to continue with our segment of OpenMRS. And specifically today, we are going to dig into some juicy topic known as OpenMRS Distributions. But before we move on to that, I request you to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive right in. OpenMRS Distributions. So, of course, OpenMRS is described as being flexible, modular, multi-layered, and one of its strengths is that its platform can be used in different configurations. As a result, OpenMRS can mean very many things. Of course, that adds already another layer of complexity to it. But basically today we'll just dive into one component or one aspect of OpenMRS known as OpenMRS Distributions. Don't worry about the links, I'll leave those in the video description so that you can go ahead and enjoy reading through this content that is well put together. Regularly maintained, of course this is 2021, so basically the whole concept of what a distribution is hasn't changed that much. But yeah, we can just read through the documentation and see what it has to offer. So a particular configuration of OpenMRS, its modules, content. I just request you, in case you don't know what a concept is or how these forms work or reports, that you just go and watch my previous videos. I'll leave the links in the description below. And other optional integrated applications that can be installed and upgraded as a unit. I want you to take a distribution as your own custom bundle of OpenMRS components. I think that is overly simplified, but just think of it. We're going to see how this comes into play, but I want you to just take it that this is, you have this bundle that you can use and reuse, configure, and upgrade as a unit. I use the word bundle loosely. Like I said, I know there's some backlash from tech people, but still, just take it that way. So why use a distribution, or why that? Maybe before I leave what a distribution is, this specifically helps different people to have their particular configurations bundled up and also reusable, shareable. We'll see the different distributions. Why use them? So they say the quickest way is using an existing one. Of course, here you'll find there is already some work that is done. The other way is also to use, so there is using an existing OpenMRS distribution for your use case. So this is, you look at the existing one and see if there is anything that matches, that fits your match, or something that may be of value to you. The other way, or why there is a use of a distribution or OpenMRS distributions, is for those, it's a place where you can build your own custom applications on top of the platform. In one of our future videos, we'll discuss what that is. However, to leverage the work that is done, and believe you me, if I remember I shared a link to the repos, the public repos of OpenMRS. There is massive amounts of work, resources, time, expertise that are put in. So leveraging existing things is one of the great things you can do. Of course, I also encourage you, if you're on those repos, that you just follow. You can add it as a star. That also helps to boost OpenMRS. You just add it as a star there. You star their repos. Yeah. So the advantages they're saying, of course, work already being done. There is a bit of, since we are not doing this for the sake of doing it, there is this bit of collaboration. And because you're growing, I showed you the different developer stages, the different engagement routes. So as you're going through your career journey, as you're going through OpenMRS, you get this opportunity because these are real world production ready systems that are being used in different countries, as we shall see. And also that means that there's some more employment opportunities, there's some work. I'm not giving a get rich quick scheme. This is, if you're a tech person, you know, the grind is real. You really have to put in some elbow grease before you can get there. But I'm saying there's an opportunity for you to work with developers and implementers and share your expertise and what you've learned. Hopefully there's also an opportunity for employment. The other bit you can look at is that you're also looking at different workflows that are already implemented for you there. Now, these workflows mean that how does patient care work in different settings and scenarios? It's something you can heavily utilize, and that will be very massive and very important. The other bit is a broader base that you find, like I said, there is already work done, there is QA. So some of these distributions are really heavily have this kind of resource and manpower and also investments in it. So yeah, it's also good. You can leverage an existing one versus going under the mammoth task of having to build your own custom distribution if there is something you can reuse. The types of distributions, I know you've been seeing the content there, just go a bit slow explaining. There are general purpose ones that are for a worldwide audience, and patient medical records for purposes of clinical care. This is like a blanket distributions that can be used in many settings. You just pick. There's a smorgasbord. You just pick, you cherry pick and pick what is valuable to you. There are targeted ones for specific use cases, and you can see some are for some geographical use cases, others non-patient care use cases. Some can be used for training. Some can just be used as proofs of concept. All those are things you can use it for. Then they are implementer specific. Now these are for a particular customer. Now you'll find that the general purpose ones are usually are better because you can use it. Has a lot of features. You just pick what you need. Implementer specific, nonetheless, of course, when you fork it, you can still study and find value in it. Now, a list of OpenMRS distributions. So there is the OpenMRS reference app. Now, this is particularly maintained by OpenMRS directly, OpenMRS Incorporated, if I'm not getting that wrong. If maybe there is some other information you have, you can leave it in the comment. So OpenMRS, the reference application, maintained directly by the community, and it's a sort of proof of concept of the EMR, and it's on the main branch. So all the changes that are made directly, it's bleeding edge. Everything you find in the community directly reflects. I shared the server in one of the previous videos. I'll leave a link in the description. You have what they call BAMNI. So this is a general purpose EMR, general purpose distribution, meaning that it has out of the box a number of features. It has the bit, if I just scroll up real slow, you realize there was something about other integrated applications. So since this distribution is actually like an HIS, a health information system, meaning it's a composite of multiple systems that are interconnected. Some of the cool technologies I recommend you to go and read about it is Apache Camel routes, and where you have this integration of Odoo, OpenELIS. So Odoo is an ERP system, enterprise resource planning, and OpenELIS is a lab information system. And this is used for lab workflows and so on. The other is used for expenditure management, tracking, anything to do with billing, inventory management, and so on. So this is one of the, the reference application is the proof of concept. As you can see, it's general purpose also. In the future, we'll be talking about OpenMRS HIS. That is something that is also cool that is coming up in the community. So you can look at BAMNI, which is a very powerful tool. There is, so you see they're also targeted for specific countries, for Mozambique, for Kenya. Of course, they build on top of OpenMRS, and you'll find most of the constructs are more or less the same. Connect for Life, general purpose, of course, you can see, powered by some very big names in the medical care space, powered by governments, as you can see. And this means, all very big entities with funding, meaning that if you reuse some of these, of course, some may not be open source and very easy to access, but for those that are, you find there is some of these privately done things feed into these distributions, and then you can have some of these features available to you. One of the guys on the block that is making some nice rounds is Ozone HIS. Yeah, I think the next time I'll leave a link for that as well, but I've said I'll leave a link multiple times because it's a lot of documentation and I may not say everything, but at least I want to give you a highlight and something that you can follow. So all these distributions show you the kind of scale that OpenMRS has. There are other distributions that are targeted as well, implementer specific, and also there are other planned distributions, as you can read through. Now here, how can I add? Of course, here there are some FAQs that you can look at and what is required. But basically for our use case, we just want to know, how do I get to use some of these things? How do I benefit from this? How does this push me in my career? Now, with that little information, I just want you to read through, and I push you to read more of the documentation, collaborate with the community, and I'm sure it will be a beautiful experience. Again, I would like to call you to subscribe, comment, and suggest a topic probably that you'd like us to discuss as we go through this wonderful journey of tech. I'll catch you later. Ciao.